Remember when we said we'd stay together now until forever? Just us, just us. Said we wouldn't be like all the others, fight and hurt each other. Not us, not us.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica Hickson, and I spent 5 years working my way up to the top of an MLM before realizing they're just not all that they're cracked up to be. My goal with this channel is to rescue some Huns, to prevent some Huns from becoming Huns, and to also give those a voice who have left the Hunbot industry like myself.
It's what you doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can...
Today's small business shout out comes from a subscriber named, I know I'm gonna butcher this, so I'm really sorry in advance, Micah. Micah would like to nominate Anita from Sugar and Sloth. Anita is a mental health artist. She makes mental health focused stationery, enamel pins, and more. I checked out her website and she truly does have the cutest like pins and stickers and coloring books and stationery, all dealing with like mental health and just like a mental boost. She also has like a subscription box where you can sign up to get it like every so often, so that's really cool too. So thank you so much, Micah, for the nomination. I will leave all of Sugar and Sloth's links in the description below, so you guys should definitely go check her out. And back to the video. First of all, because I know you guys are gonna ask because it's super cute, how beautiful is this? Like the patterns, the colors, everything, I'm loving it. My husband actually got this for me when he was deployed, and I haven't really worn it other than around the house because I don't really have anywhere to wear it. I always wear, well, if I'm being honest, I always wear leggings. So I never really have had anywhere to wear it. It's a little bit short and flowy for my liking to like wear outside without giving everybody a show. So I decided that I would put it on and I would wear it for you guys. It's super cute. It has like a cinched waist here, so it's all connected like this, but it cinches in the waist. And I'm pretty sure that he thinks that I don't like it because I don't ever wear it, but I just don't ever have anywhere to wear it too. So now I'm gonna wear it for you guys because I absolutely love it and I think it's adorable. Also, many of you guys have been asking if I'm going to start a Patreon or a YouTube membership, so surprise! I started a YouTube membership. I'm not really sure how these things work, but a lot of you guys have been asking to help support the channel, so I definitely wanted to start one and start creating like a closer connection with you guys too. So if you guys were looking to support the channel in any way, I did create 3 different tier levels, so it's super affordable, but you also get some pretty sweet perks with them too. So if you were someone that was asking about that or you're interested in supporting the channel, then definitely become a member. I don't even know how to tell you guys how to become a member because, hi, I'm new here and I have no clue what I'm doing. But I'm sure if you go to my channel or something, there's probably a button that says become a member. Maybe there's one on the video. Not sure. Clearly should have thought this one through, but I didn't. So here we are. All right, now for real, to the real video. So this video got sent to me a while back and I'm so glad that one of you guys sent it to me because I was in the middle of trying to figure out if there was enough juice in it to react to for you guys. And then this person actually ended up taking the video down or like making it private to where only people who have the link can view it. And so I was able to view it and download it before she could like take it down completely. So thank you to whoever sent this video to me. But it's basically a training video where 2 top leaders within It Works are telling, like bringing their teams together and telling them how they can have it all. So let's just get started.
All right, let's boogie. Okay, so we are so excited to train y'all tonight and just truly show you that you can have it all. Who believes that? Drop a 1 if you're like, I believe I can have a thriving business, a thriving marriage, a thriving relationships, thriving friendships, and just be able to have even just a thriving mental health and good relationships with ourselves and just having it all in all aspects of life. And so as we've reflected, just spending time together this week and being around and and such incredible powerhouse leaders, and then us traveling and spending time here and just seeing that we've been able to enroll today, and every day since we've been here, we've been able to do these trainings, lead our teams, run a successful business, still have fun, and not feel like we are missing out on anything. We want to show you that no matter if you're working full-time, if you stay at home, if you have kids, if you don't, if you're in college, if you're in a relationship, if you're not, you don't have to choose, especially with it being summer.
Yeah, you don't have to because you have a huge following already and you have a huge team that is doing a lot of the work for you. So people probably have started coming to you. However, the majority of people in MLMs, that's not how it works out for them. And I remember thinking all the time, like, what am I doing wrong? I'm doing all of the things that I could possibly do in a day and I'm still not making the money that these people claim that they're making. What am I doing wrong? And I'm here to tell you, if you're in an MLM and you're questioning yourself, like, what are you doing wrong? You are not the problem. I was not the problem. These girls, quite frankly, aren't the problem. They are the problem in a sense, but as far as like the business structure goes, it's set up to fail. So the problem is quite literally the business structure itself.
I want you to be able to have both, and I want you to hear that loud and clear, okay? And so lots of notes are going to be coming at you. We have lots of things planned to share with you, and so let's go ahead and just kind of kick this off. And so, yeah, we can.
Okay. Really quick before we forget, because I know that some of y'all have to hop off early and I don't want to forget because it's in my notes in this order, so I'm going to forget if I don't share it with you. Really quick, number one, put a 2 in the chat if you are so excited about this cold brew coffee that we just came out with. Oh my gosh, I'm so pumped. Y'all, we went live in our team pages. If you didn't see that, go back and watch the recording later. This coffee tastes delicious. Okay, here's the deal. When tried it first, because I kept my package unopened so we could take cute pictures, because you know how it works, girls do. She tried it first and she said, I could drink this black. That's when I knew it was good, because y'all know be doctoring up that coffee. She'd be trying to do all the things. She does the most with the coffee. So when she said that she could drink it black, I was like,
This is what I did.
I was like, wait, what? Because we were on FaceTime and I was like, it's that good? Like, that means that I need to get like 3 months worth. So this, whenever it sells out, I'm stocked up. Y'all, this is so good. So a couple reminders. Number one, you can add it to your auto shipment still. Your customers can change their auto shipments for next month. Be loud about that. Let them know we have messages that you can be sending them. You can also give this to new people that are interested in ordering the coffee as an option. And then you can also do now API orders, which just means like a one-time order.
Praise Jesus.
Okay? So that's all you have to do. If you're a distributor, which all of y'all are, but for distributors, all you have to do is log into your eSuite, click the orders tab and add it there and just check out if you want it now versus having to wait for your auto ship to run. If it's a current customer and you're placing a one-time order for them because they don't want it on their auto ship, they want to keep their auto ship the same, but they just want to try it one time now, you can just log into their account, add the item to the cart, and check out.
That is illegal. So if you're a distributor and it works and you're listening to this advice to log into your customer's account and do stuff for them, that's illegal. Don't do that. Also, I don't know when they took out that you can't make one-time orders, but when I was in, you definitely could make one-time orders. So I'm not sure what they're talking about or if that changed, how they were saying that you can like log in and make a one-time order, and they were like, praise Jesus. Like, I didn't know that you couldn't do that. So if you're in It Works or you know someone in It Works, let me know when that changed or why that changed or if that changed.
Okay, so that's super exciting. So pumped. I know so many of y'all have been adding it to your auto ship. We did break the internet today. And y'all, I love whenever we have so many glitches with our system, because I'm like, we have a product that people want so badly that 2021 can't keep up with us.
Oh my gosh. I literally said in my video yesterday, I don't know if you guys, it's probably gonna be 2 days ago now once this video goes up, but I said that we always use that defense, like, oh my gosh, we broke the internet because, you know, we just have this product that everybody wants. We're just selling out of it so fast. There's so many people on the website that we broke the internet. That's not the case. They're just operating on a very shitty, slow system. Like I mentioned the other day in my video, there were some days after, when we wouldn't even know if we hit our promotions because the system took days to update. If that's continuing to happen and you're still breaking the internet, you would think the company would use their like debt-free claim to invest in a better operating system. Maybe not. I don't know. Obviously not.
Yeah, who's going to fall conference? If
Me!
You're going to maybe an event, maybe you're doing it in your living room, maybe you're inviting somebody over to your house. Guys, okay, I understand that it's virtual, and I understand that we would really like to fill out that Emily Arena, okay, and our confetti and all of our glitzy glam clothes and taking all the cute pictures, but unfortunately we can't, and this is going to be our last virtual event. Can we get a hallelujah praise hands for that?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Amen. Okay, but get your conference ticket. You get 5 coupon codes that you can help 5 people launch their business for $49. It's powerful because you get 5 people, get $150 fast starts. I ain't doing the math because it'll be wrong, but that's a lot of dollar bills. Okay, so get your conference ticket because it will pay you back and then some.
I mean, like, good on them for not doing an in-person conference at a time like this. However, I talked about this the other day too. It's weird how these are just like coinciding, and when I talked about it before, I think it was a reaction to my own video. So pretty interesting to think about the fact that we were like all under the same spell and we were all spewing the same BS garbage on every single team training. But the fact that you have to buy a ticket to conference in order to get some coupon codes, coupon, how do you guys say it? Coupon codes. Either way, you have to get, like, to be successful in the company, you have to sign up distributors. But in order to get a coupon code to sign distributors up for a reasonable price, you have to buy a ticket to their virtual conference, which I'm sure, she hasn't mentioned whether it is or not, but which I'm sure is only accessible through the app that they created, which through the grapevine, I heard that they created this app that all of their trainings have to be viewed on, and the distributors have to pay $100 a year for that app. Allegedly, I don't have this in writing, I'm not positive, on top of their cost to go to these events. So that's just annoying and pisses me off.
That conference ticket and you're able to either do it in your living room with somebody on your team or maybe your family. Guys, people catch vision from events, okay? I understand that it's maybe a little bit expensive, and I remember when I first got started, I put my account $80 in the negative to go to my first event, and that is 110% the reason that 9 months later I was a presidential diamond, 1 rank from the top of the company, because I went to my first event ever and it changed my entire business, okay? So I know my team, we're going to Nashville and we have some leaders that are hosting some other things, but if you want information about that, text your upline and say, how can I get plugged in? Where can I go? Whose house am I staying at? I don't care if you have to drive 6 hours to get to the closest group event that's watching that training. Get there, okay? I know it's expensive. I know that it's in September. So start planning for it now. Put $20 in your piggy bank, 10 cents in your piggy bank, start saving up for it, get some fast starts. What I would encourage you to do when it comes to conference is say, it's this much, I need this much for a plane ticket, I need this much for gas to get there. Whatever it is, get a total and say, this is how many distributors I need to get this many fast starts. And it'll encourage you to push your team and push yourself to make that income. So I know we're all doing different things. Just text your leader and say, how can I connect with wherever we're going? Whether you're going to Michigan team, whether you're going to Nashville with us, whether you're going to some of my leaders' things, whatever it may be, text and reach out to your upline and get there, because I promise you, conference changed my business once. And all the times after that, it changed her business. Dropping me, if you've been to actual conference and what it's done for your business, it's life-changing. And you can't explain the feeling until you go. And that's why I want you all to think about this. Are you feeling pumped up right now? Drop a 1 if you're feeling a little bit hype. You feel our energy. You feel like I'm a little bit excited. Okay. Imagine what it feels like.
Times a million.
In person. Imagine what it feels like rubbing shoulders with somebody who's successful.
Listen, they're not wrong about the fact that you go to these events and you come out with some sort of like fire and you're just ready to like take on the world. They're not wrong about that. But the reason you feel like that when you leave is because of this literally cult mentality there. Like, everyone believes the same thing. They're love bombing you at this event. They're making you feel like you're in the presence of these celebrities. Like, the fact that they even said, imagine bumping shoulders with someone who's successful in this, like, rubbing shoulders with someone successful. Oh my, how could I ever be so
#blessed
to have an experience as such? Wow. That's like beyond fathomable. I can rub shoulders with somebody who's successful in an MLM. What? Like, it's clear how they see themselves, and it's clear that they know that these events work, and that's why they want their teams there. I wanted my team there when I was in, because I knew that when I left the conference, I was on fire and ready to just like take on the world, literally going through the airport screaming, "We are It Works." Lord help me, Jesus. That happened. That's not a lie. That truly happened. And I'm not proud of it. to say the very least. And please, do not use your last penny to go to these events. I've mentioned before, I had girls like 8 to a room, sleeping in bathtubs, trying to acquire this vision for your life and like see the dream, gain this hope. Like, we were desperate and hungry for that. So we didn't care where we were sleeping. We didn't care if it was cockroach infested. We didn't care about anything other than being there at that event. And I will tell you, it's not worth it. Also, they've never had a fall conference before, literally ever. They have one conference and it's normally like end of January, beginning of February. So the fact that they're having a fall conference, I feel like maybe there's some stuff going down behind the scenes. One can only hope, right? Like, as much as they preach about how the pandemic helped their business and so many people were able to work from home because of their business, blah, blah, blah. The fact that they need to have a fall conference, I feel like says a lot about where the company stands.
And rubbing shoulders with people who, and like, you know that feeling when you're like, I'm on fire about this business, but nobody else around me is because they don't understand what I'm a part of. Imagine being in a room with other people that are as on fire for it works and changing your life as you are.
Now imagine that 99.89% of those people are just as broke as you are. And 99.89% of those people spent their last dime to be there, just like you did. And that all those people in the VIP section took advantage of all the rest of you guys in order to get to that 1.01% on the floor. Less than that, probably. Yeah, definitely less than that, but we'll go with it. Imagine that. Can you just imagine?
When you get surrounded by these people, you look at them and it's so funny because whenever we see each other, we're all like, you're taller than I thought. You're shorter than I thought. Because like you can't tell on Zoom, and it's just the little things like that that you're like, you're a real person.
I remember when I first met my team and I saw them in person for the very first time, almost every single person that I went up to was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize you were such a little minion. So, how tall do you guys think I am? Leave it in the comments. I'm curious. Everybody on my team thought I was really tall until they met me in person.
Yeah, and then when you meet and she's like a basketball player, 6'4". No, I'm just kidding. But I literally, people, we take pictures together and they're like, are you really short? And I'm like, no, I'm normal height. She's just really tall. So it's little things like that that you're just like, I am in the presence of people who are real and people who are really successful with this.
It's leaving out the minor details for me, like the minor details such as they're not real. It's all a show and they're not actually successful. They're just taking advantage of a lot of people and making it look really easy.
Like they actually had success with this and it makes it more tangible for you.
Yes.
You feel more like you can do this and it's not just something that only certain people are able to do. So
if you weren't already going to a conference, let me know if you're like, okay, I'm going to figure it out. Can we get like a knee of those of you that are like, all right, I'm going to reach out. I'm going to find people that are doing it. I'm going to get somebody on my team. I'm going to get my husband, even if he's not a distributor, he's going to sit in the living room and watch it with me. If you're going to get together with people and make that decision today to go to conference and get that ticket, I want to know who's going to be serious about their business because it is important.
That minor little detail, I need to know who's going to be serious about their business. If you're not running an auto shipment and you're not going to the conferences or you're not shooting to go to the retreats, the all expenses paid retreats, then you're not serious about your business. And according to Pam Souter, it's probably because you have a poor girl mindset. Sorry about it.
You guys.
And you can get those on eSuite if you're looking for more information. Go on eSuite, go into the orders tab. It's right there whenever it says fall conference. Click it. There's all the details, the dates, the times, the prices, and all that good stuff and what you get with your conference ticket. Text your enroller, text your upline. We will take the time out of our day to tell you what it is and what it's about and get you plugged in. So make sure that you stay tuned for that and be a part of that. But we want to get into what we're talking about tonight. And it's going to be so good because I feel like, just like she said earlier, how many of you feel like you can have it all? I know that there are people in here who don't feel like they can have it all. You feel like you're very torn and pulled in so many directions right now because you're a mom and you're a wife and you're maybe a single mom and you have other things outside of your business. I know some of you are like, do things with your kids during the school year, or you run different organizations and you have stuff going on at church, and you also are a college student. You work full-time jobs, you work a part-time job, you work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and you feel like you're pulled in so many different directions, and you feel like when you have to choose, this business has to come last. And I want you to know after this Zoom tonight that you can be a successful business owner and a dang good mom. And that's the thing too, is I think that we feel like if we can have it all, they have to be very mediocre. Like I can have an okay business and be an okay mom and be an okay wife. I can do all three of those, but I'll just be okay at them.
No.
You can be an exceptional wife and a really good mom and a successful business owner, but you have to tell yourself that.
If you're pulling yourself in all these different directions and then you need to put more attention into one direction than the other, then it has to be pulled from somewhere. Like you can't give everything equally to all parts of your life. And they will tell you time and time again within the MLM that, you know, put your family first, put the most effort into your family, and then the business and your team and yada, yada, yada. No, that's not actually what they mean, because when it comes down to it, they want you to choose the business over anything. Literally anything. My point being, if you feel like you're fully booked and you have so much on your plate that you have to be mediocre at everything, giving 100% to one of the things is gonna have to take from another one of the things. I don't have a better term for things, but you guys know what I mean. If you're trying to juggle your job, your family, your mental health, being a mom, being a wife, and you want to give more to your business, your MLM side hustle, it's gonna have to come from a different category. So you can't be exceptional at all of those things. And it's very clear to me that these ladies don't have children yet because it's merely impossible to be home with your kids full time and also work full time from your phone with your children there. I did it for, let's see, 3 years, and it was a shit show, to say the absolute least.
A lot of it's a mindset.
Of course it is. What else would it be? Duh. I literally don't know what else would it be? Of course it's your mindset. If you would just get your mind right, your business would thrive. I don't know why anyone would think otherwise.
That you have to remind yourself that you have that power, that you have that ability. And we're going to give you tips and tools tonight on how to do that. But I want you to know, starting off the bat, that if you feel like you're pulled in a million different directions, I want you to know, leaving this Zoom tonight, that wow, that's how they do it. That's how they make it look seamless. And no, it didn't take us overnight. It did take us time. It took us practice and effort and finding what worked and finding what didn't work and having conversations with our spouses to be able to get to the point where we're at now. But let me tell you, it is so worth the journey that it took to get here, because now I truly feel like I can have it all. Mm-hmm. And we want you to feel that too. So I know you were talking about this earlier whenever I cut you off, but you're talking about this weekend. So we started our weekend on Wednesday, to answer your question.
So, our weekend began Wednesday.
I don't even know what today is.
And I was honestly kind of nervous about this because I knew that I was going to be driving so far and we were going to have a chaotic weekend, and we had like a diamond dinner or a diamond lunch, a triple diamond dinner, an ambassador coffee chat. And then I did stuff with our team. We had our local team reach up, get together. And I was like, this is going to be really crazy. Like I need to make sure that I'm like super intentional and focused. And something that I've always said with like any of you that get together with people like on your team or other people in the business, have you noticed that you like don't talk to each other? You're like sitting at lunch and you're like,
red flag number 14,865. I'm pretty sure it's beyond that at this point, but I took a screen recording, or maybe it was a screenshot. I'll put it in here if I can find it, but one of them posted a story when they were on this little getaway thing, whatever they're talking about. And it was so embarrassing. Like looking in from the outside, that's 100% how it went when you would get together with people who were on your team or whatever. But from the outside looking in now, I'm like, that looks freaking miserable. Like they're at this tropical location, like at the beach or something like that. And she like goes around and makes a post about, oh my gosh, like living the life or something like that. And as she's going around, every single person has their face buried in their phone. Embarrassing. That's not a getaway. That's not vacation. That's not a retreat. That's not you hanging out with your friends. That's literally you working from a picnic table or wherever the hell they were in this video.
And all the people next to you in the restaurant are probably like, look at these freaking millennials, like never getting off their phone. And I'm like, mind your business, okay?
Worry about yourself.
Yeah, worry about yourself. Or you pull up to a restaurant and you sit 20 minutes in the parking lot and don't say a word to each other, and it's just dead silent. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Literally sitting in the car, not saying a word to each other, dead silent with your faces buried in your phone. and they're laughing about it. It's not funny. It's literally a real thing. People are losing friendships over this. People's relationships are struggling because of this. It's not funny. Quit normalizing it because it's real and it's happening and so many people are being hurt by it.
It's literally the way that it is for all of us. And so when we would go, we would stay unplugged, you know, we're taking videos and pictures while we're there, but we're obviously not like in conversation and working. And then we would leave and we would go get in the car and just not talk to each other for like 20 minutes and just sit there and post our stories, go through our DMs, make sure our texts were answered, do all that stuff. And be over there crossing out on our calendar because I don't got one of those. Okay, we work our businesses very differently, but yet we still find success in it. And so that's where we would work it in the pockets of our day. And then we would drive to where we're going, go eat dinner, take a picture of our food. We just did a Zoom on branding and we're super excited to share this with you and tips that we have coming up super soon, something that's super exciting. But we have those pockets of our days where we're able to do the business. We would get home, we would be freaking dead tired. It's midnight. We've been going all day, but yet we were still sitting there working, like, you know, taking screenshots of our conversations, making sure we had our potentials down.
Why are you proud of that? Like, you're on vacation. You just admitted you were dead tired when you got home. It was midnight or whatever. You wanted to go to bed, but instead you stayed up and worked your business. Why are you proud of that? And why do you dog 9-to-5s when they're able to shut off their phones when they leave work, not pick it up again until they go into work the next day? Or if they're on vacation, they don't even have to bring their phone with them. What? What is that? That exists? Yep, it sure does. I didn't think it did for a very long time, but it sure does. Like, seriously, why would anyone go to a 9-to-5 like where you can actually enjoy your time off? That makes no sense. Why would they?
And I was just sitting there, honestly, and I had a lot of like moments where I'm super like big picture kind of person. I'm just sitting there and I'm like, wow, like this really is so incredible that we're sitting here like being able to do these things because we made those sacrifices along the way.
She had to throw that little tidbit in there because we made those sacrifices along the way, because she wants her team to think if they're willing to sacrifice time with their family, time watching their favorite TV show, time with their kids, you know, being a good wife, if they are willing to sacrifice those things along the way, it will pay off in the end. But they just got done saying you can have it all. So if you have to make sacrifices, what sacrifices are there if you can be exceptional at everything and one area will never be lacking? That doesn't make much sense.
Being able to spend time with and these other ambassadors and having come in and sit in the living room with her and still being able to work our business and not feel bad about it. I didn't feel a single bit of guilt. I didn't feel a single bit of, oh my gosh, I'm behind. Like, we would just sit down, catch up, and then go plug in and completely remove ourselves from our business and from our phone. And it's so powerful to see that because so many times we do get overwhelmed and we're like, oh my gosh, I should be working right now. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. But it's only because you know that you're not being intentional with the time that you do have.
Of course, because it's only your fault if you're not successful. Because you're not being intentional with your time. You don't have your mind right and you're thinking like a poor girl.
Because I can tell you 110% that there are moments where I go and I travel and I'm not being intentional with my time and I feel it. I feel that tug of guilt, that tug of stress. I feel overwhelmed and I'm wearing it like, oh, I should be doing this. I should be working.
Bingo! The fact that you're not able to take a vacation without unplugging and not have to worry about working 24/7, there's your sign. I say this as if they should know, but I literally made these same points. Like, how lucky are we that we can do it from anywhere? We can be on vacation and we can be doing this. We're so lucky. When really, like, why would you want to be doing that on vacation? And why would you want to be worrying about your business falling apart if you're not present on vacation? I just want to enjoy my vacation.
When if I would have just got up 30 minutes earlier and got, you know, my 6 list done and got my post up for the day, did my Facebook post, I would have felt 100% better the rest of the day.
This is a big problem I have, is the fact that these girls try to make it seem like that's all you have to do. You just have to work in the pockets of your day and that's it. You have to do your 6 list and make your posts and that's it. That is not it. I literally did 20 times that amount of work every single day, all freaking day for 5 years, and I wasn't where they are right now. They make it seem like to their teams that this is all you have to do, but then they tell them when they want to reach their goal that they need to do so much more, but that's all they did to get to where they're at. is their 6 list and make their post for the day. Like, no, the only reason you can do that is because 99 point some % of your team, your little minions, your little puppets are being toyed around and doing all of your dirty work for you. So that's why you can get by doing that, but the average person in the MLM, all of the people beneath you, cannot get by doing that.
Any of y'all, did I just like totally smack you with that? And you're like, yeah, that guilt, I didn't feel that the entire week this week. I haven't felt it one time, because today we knew we were going to go to Fredericksburg and spend a day out shopping. And I also told her there was no service. And so on the way there, she was answering all my text messages for me. She posted for me before we left.
Yeah, some of y'all thought you were getting answers and I was replying back to you today, depending between the hour of about 2 and 3 p.m. today, Central Time. That was me.
But like, we just made it work. And like, we got up this morning, we made our coffee video, we planned around going live in our team page. And so that's literally all it, I mean, does that inspire anybody? Like,
no, because it's not realistic, and it's not, like, that's not how you got where you are. And you're having all these poor people who are on this Zoom call with you questioning themselves, like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm doing more than that and I'm not where they're at. I'm not making squat and I'm doing 20 times the amount of work that they're doing. Like, what am I doing wrong? You've got all these people questioning what they're doing wrong, why it's not working out for them, questioning their worth for no reason, because that's not realistic.
it doesn't matter what rank we are, we're still a distributor, no matter what. If you're brand new on this team, or this is your first Zoom, or you've been in the business for like a month or so, I want you to drop a me in the chat, okay? We work the business the same way that you work the business. Now, are there little extras here and there because of where we are? Yes. But the basics of posting, messaging, like, look how many newbies we have on here. I'm so happy that y'all are here. This is amazing. This is a perfect Zoom for you to be on, to understand that we do the same things. But it's making those little sacrificial things. And I don't even like calling them sacrifices, because it's not. It's really investments into your business.
So now they're gonna claim that their plate is more full because of the position that they're in. And yeah, they may have more like leadership stuff to do. However, the majority of the people beneath them are doing way more than what they just mentioned that they're doing every day. So I would be willing to bet that the people beneath them have more on their plate, because like they said, they've got full-time moms, they've got part-time jobs, they've got full-time jobs, they've got various activities that they have to be a part of, when these girls have absolutely nothing. This is what they do full-time. That's it. So don't try to claim that you have more on your plate when in all actuality, the people beneath you are doing most of your work. You just have more leadership type things, which is essentially this.
But we, like, I just was just taking it in this morning that we got so much done on our way there. We were like, as she was editing pictures, taking, texting people back, we got there, we took content, we were working. And so that's just literally all it is just understanding that you may not have an hour to just sit there and do it. And some of you are people that are probably more like that are a little bit more type A and a little bit more organized and a little bit more OCD.
I'm confused because she just said we were able to completely unplug. We got there, we took pictures, we created content. So you did or you didn't unplug completely? Confused. Let me know.
Make it easier for you, because we know that when we first got started and had a little bit more on our plate as far as responsibilities, like having a 8-to-5 job or being a college student, we understand that those resources are necessary. And so we make those all for you to make it to where you can fit those in your crevices. But we've enrolled every day. We've led our team every day.
Why would you want to do that on vacation? I don't feel like that's something you should be bragging about.
We've done one-on-ones, we've done Zoom trainings, we've done coaching calls, we've done lives on the team page while still being able to have fun, while still being able to spend all day at the pool with her friends and all day at the pool with my friends and be able to connect with the team. And we got to do both.
And we still took a Sabbath.
And we still took a Sabbath, you guys. We still were able to do all of that and still be successful and be 110% present.
You're not 110% present if you're working. And this is the type of false hope that people are thriving off of in these businesses. That's why they're able to convince their downlines to put in more money than they're making, because they're selling this dream to them. They're making them feel like if they just got to a certain point, they would be able to live this same type of life and just chill on vacations and just work in the pockets of their day here and there, when that's not realistic in any way, shape, or form.
Wherever we were. And so if you are someone in your life where you just feel completely out of control of everything, maybe kind of step back and say, where could I fit this in and make sure that I got all this done so I don't have to feel stressed about it the rest of the day. I don't have to feel like I didn't get it done because I made time for it and the time that I did have for it. Make sense?
This literally makes me so mad to watch. Like, how do I reach all of these people on this Zoom and tell them, like, you are not the problem. The only reason they're able to be on vacation and doing the bare minimum is because you're doing all of their work for them. Do not let them make you feel like you are the problem and that you are the only person standing in your way of living the life that they live.
And we don't have to work this business all day. That's not why you join this business. You get to join this business and work it in 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, 30 minutes here, waiting at the stoplight here. Like, that's just...
Yeah, why wouldn't you want to do this? Like, you have to be working all the time to the point where when you're at a stoplight, you need to be working. No brainer. Duh. Why would you not do this?
That's the best part about what we do. So don't take that away or lose sight of the power of that.
So I have like 80 billion things going through my head right now, and I wish I had a pen and paper and I was like jotting things down. But okay, so first thing that I want to talk about is, yes, our life looks different now. Some of you might be counting us out because you're like, well, you don't have kids, so you don't get it. You don't have a full-time job, so you don't get it. We started this business with busy lives. I know was in school, high school, not college, but just high school. So like, who wishes they would have found this business in high school?
No. Mother trucking, no. The fact that she joined in high school, like, that is embarrassing to whoever recruited her. Like, you're literally preying on someone who has not even, like, hardly entered adulthood. Good job.
Okay,
Yeah.
So she was 18, she was in high school, she was working jobs, she was in cheer, she was doing all the things, she was living
So
pretty much
busy.
on her own. I was going to school full-time, like literally full-time. I was going to be a sign language interpreter, so my homework was not let me do homework and work this business at the same time. My homework was hanging out with deaf people at deaf events, so I literally had to go be out all night long. I worked 2 jobs, 65 hours a week altogether, 9 a.m. to midnight most days that I wasn't at school. My life was busy. So whenever you discount how we work our business now because you think we don't have time, we get that too. But the thing is that we don't have this time because we lucked out or because it was handed to us. It's because we worked our business with the same principles we use now back then.
Because all of you are doing the work for them. Thank you. Bye.
That led us to the freedom that we have now. So back then, I did the same things I do now, even though my life is so much different.
We're busy in different ways.
We're busy in different ways. Yeah. Like, my life is still busy. If you looked at my day-to-day life, you'd be like, holy crap, like you're so busy all the time, but I'm not at a job that I hate. And that's the difference. And it's because of this business, and my freedom is not given, it's earned. And just like we talk about freedom is not free, that's why I do this business consistently, even during this time, because I know that if I take a week off my business, it's going to be detrimental to my business in the next 3 months, because your business is about 3 months behind your efforts.
So, no time off, because if you take time off, your business is going to crumble. But also take time for yourself. But also make sure you're working at stoplights, and also make sure that you are working on vacation, and make sure that you're always creating content, but like be genuine with your content. But then also, like, we've created posts and captions and messages and pictures for you that you can use to mass send to everyone. Like, be in the moment on your vacation, but not in the moment until you've already got your work done. And even when you're in the moment, make sure you're still creating content and still working, but like, make sure you're taking time for yourself too, you know?
This is going to reflect in the next couple of months if I don't do my work this week.
Yeah.
I don't have the freedom or the ability to take off for an entire week, and neither do you, because you have goals. And I don't care if this is your full-time job or not. You joined this business for a reason, so you need to be consistent, and we'll talk a little bit about why in a little bit, but you've got to be consistent, because the reason why I am where I am now is because I was consistent back then. And so I did the simple things. Like Brooke said, what we do is so simple. It's not easy because you do have to fit it in, but it's simple. It is the same thing every single day. And she talks about my planners. I've been doing the same planner system because I found what works for since 2016. You can find my planners and they look the exact same as they look right now. And what I did was I woke up early. I sacrificed sleep. That was the only thing I could sacrifice, because my relationship with my boyfriend then at the time, which he's now my husband, that was not an option to sacrifice. My business was not an option to sacrifice. You hear me? Like,
they're contradicting themselves so much. Like, you can be an exceptional wife, an exceptional mom, an exceptional employee, an exceptional business owner. You can have it all. And it's not going to take from any other part of your life except for the part where you actually like take care of yourself. You guys, in my opinion, like self-care is the most important, because if you're not doing self-care, you can't give any of yourself to anyone else. You're not gonna have a happy husband if you hate yourself. You're not gonna have happy kids if you hate yourself, because you're not gonna have anything left to give to other people. And she's sitting here saying, nothing in your life is gonna suffer except you're not gonna get any sleep, sorry. Sleep is like arguably the most important thing in your life. Actually, I would say it is the most important thing in your life. If any of you guys have had kids or like a surgery of some sort and had insomnia, I've had insomnia a few times in my life. I'm like susceptible to insomnia after anesthetics. And I got insomnia after I had my gallbladder surgery. And let me tell you, I was the most miserable person on earth. My body, my brain was so tired, but I couldn't sleep. And you would think it's like, oh, you can't sleep, like, cool, you're not tired, whatever. No, you are so freaking tired. But if you can't get the sleep to revive your brain and your body starts to shut down. Mentally, emotionally, physically. So I was weak, I was tired, I was so emotional. I would just lay there and cry for hours on end because it hurt to move, because my body felt like it was shutting down. I was so tired, but I couldn't sleep. My brain would not shut off. Like, it's miserable. If you're not getting the sleep that you need, your life is quickly going to go into the shitter, for lack of better terms.
That, hear me loud and clear, that was not on the table to put as a sacrifice. It was not optional. It was non-negotiable. And my business pays me like a business and then some, because I don't make it negotiable. But the problem with, I think, a lot of our mentalities is that we get to this point where we feel like something's got to give and it's always our business.
Because the business isn't paying like it's supposed to be paying. And many people in the business are seeing that. You're not, because you have a bunch of little minions doing your things for you, so you feel like you're getting paid really well for the work that you're doing, because so many people are doing the work for you. But the people who are doing the work are not getting paid the way that they should. You see how that works?
That's the first thing you're willing to drop when you have a lot on your plate. Mm-hmm. I want you to decide that, okay, would you drop your kids? Would that ever be an option for you to just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna not be a mom, I'm gonna tap out because that's just, I got a lot on my plate. Treat your business like being a mom.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what? I'm sorry, what? This girl is currently pregnant, and I hope to God that she does not put her child on the same playing field as her business. Lord bless that child. I cannot even fathom what she just said. Like, she literally just said to treat your MLM like a child.
It's not an option. I'm never going to not be a mom to this baby because I just don't feel like it that day, or because I have a lot on my plate.
But what if your business needs that attention? How are you going to do both? You can't put your kid on the back burner. You can't put your business on the back burner because your business is your kid. What are you going to do?
I'm also going to not do my business just because I have a lot on my plate. I'm never going to not be a wife just because I have a lot on my plate. So
bless her heart. Comment below if you're a mom, how many things you had to put on the back burner when you had a kid. Asking for a friend. Honestly, my self-care went on the back burner. My business went on the back burner. My sex drive went on the back burner. Cleaning and house care was no longer a priority. Y'all, I could go on forever, but clearly she's not a mom yet and has absolutely no clue.
Same thing with this business. Back then, not going to work was not an option. Not showing up at school was not an option. I was a 4.0 student, so not doing my homework was not an option. Not showing up was not an option. So what did I have that I could sacrifice? Sleep.
So you sacrificed yourself. Great.
So I did. And I can guarantee you now, with the life that I live, that you see, that I get to live my absolute dream life. When I leave here, I'm not going to go home and dread going home. I am so excited to be here, and I am so excited to go home because I don't have to escape from my reality.
All because of you guys doing all of my work for me.
I love my life. I don't have to go back. I hear so many people, y'all know how often I am at the airport. I hear so many people as I'm passing by say, back to reality, back to reality. And I'm like, yeah, this is my reality. And so is going home. And so is being in Florida. And so is living my best life 7 days a week. We saw this thing, I know I'm kind of all over the place, but we saw this thing and it said, the worst days after the weekend or the hardest, the 5 days after the weekend are always the hardest. I said, not for us, because we do it worse. You should join our team. It was just a cup. It was just a cup. But I was like, that sucks that that's literally a cup, because so many people will buy that cup because so many people feel that way and I don't have to. And so I remember that, and living this life now, what I was getting at is that I never look back and think in 2016, February 7th, I wish I would have had an extra hour of sleep.
You know what I have looked back and said though? I regret a lot of the work that I did because it took so much away from my family. So maybe I haven't said I wish I would have gotten another hour of sleep, no, but I have said I wish I would have gotten an hour more worth of memories, or I wish I would have played with my kids for an hour longer that day, or I wish I would have been able to be present instead of on that Zoom call that night, or I wish I would have been able to play games when my family came in town, but I had to be on a Zoom call instead. Like, I have so many regrets when it comes to making memories with my family because my business took me away from that, because I could work it from anywhere. Like, my family didn't get uninterrupted time with me for 5 years. 5 years, my family had to deal with me on my phone for the majority of the time that I was with them. No, thank you. Do not miss that.
My papaw passed away very suddenly in 2017. Some of y'all remember that. You were with me. I was at a networks event when it happened. Thanks to this business, 1 month, so this was April, that I got to see him, and he passed in it was June 29th. So in April, because of this business, the freedom that I had to get a plane ticket, the freedom of time that I had because I didn't work a job anymore, I just randomly went down to see my family in April because I just really felt like I should go see them. And Derek was like, you need to go see your family. I felt very lonely, and I just felt like I needed to go see them. Went and saw my papaw, spent so much good quality time with him. I have memories from that. I have pictures from that I will always remember. And then a couple months later, he randomly just, all of a sudden, he passed away. And I was at a networks event. Because of the freedom of this business too, I got to buy a plane ticket, got to go see him right before he completely became unconscious. He looked at me and he squeezed my hand, and I got to be there for that moment. And I'm not trying to make this about being sad or whatever, but I'm trying to let you know that those moments matter too. And they were earned. I got to have those moments because I was consistent with my business. And I got to earn other moments like that, like being able to buy a one-way ticket to go see him that I would not have been able to afford if it wasn't for this business, to go see him, because guess what? It didn't matter when I went home. No boss was going to call me and ask me when I was going to be there because I worked for myself. And so I bought a one-way ticket, got to be there for the funeral, got to be there for all of it, paid for Derek to get a plane ticket to come down to be there at the funeral with me. And we got to have those moments, quality time with my grandpa, quality business time. I was still enrolling distributors during that.
Why would you want quality business time at a funeral? Lord have mercy. For the love of all things that are holy, put your phones down and don't let anyone make you feel bad about it. If anyone makes you feel like you need to be on your phone at a funeral, goodbye. You do not need those types of people in your life. And I will tell you, those types of people, you're surrounded by them if you're in an MLM. They don't care about you. They don't care about your grieving. All they care about is you getting enrollments to help them be more rich. Did you know that a 9-to-5 would give you full time off to go to a funeral? Doesn't sound so bad after all.
Too. And I wasn't posting like I used to. It looked different because it's going to in different seasons of life. But I got to do those things. So that's why I'm telling you, this goes beyond where you're at right now and just having a fun summer. It's making sure that you're not regretting that time that you're spending with your family and feeling like you're missing out on everything that your kids are doing because you're spending so much time doing this business. I want you to look back and say, this business allowed me. Somebody earlier said, this business has allowed me to be a better mom. That's what I want you to feel, and not feel like this business is taking away from you being a mom, because I know we can so easily get into one or the other. And when you get into this mentality of, oh, I can't be a good mom because I'm on my phone all the time, what do? Resent the business and stop working altogether so that you can be a better mom, so that you can put your kids first. But really, you join this business for your kids. So you not working your business and putting it on the back burner doesn't serve your child.
Using your why as your excuse. She literally just implied that the business should come first. Yuck.
And I was talking about this when we went presidential in October of 2018. There were only 3 presidentials.
Y'all, she said when she went presidential in October of 2018, there were only 3 presidentials. 3. That's the second from the top. So there goes presidential ambassador. Ambassador's the top rank. Second from the top, there were 3 of them. If that doesn't tell you that the odds are stacked against you, I don't know what does.
I don't know what anyone else in the company was doing. I don't. All I know is how I was working my business. Does that make sense to you guys? It didn't matter what anyone else was doing, how they were working, who was promoting, what promotions were going out. I was working my business in my own, because I'm the CEO of my own company.
No, you're not. Mark Pentecost is. Solid effort though.
My own business inside of a business.
So you're not the CEO. You're a contracted employee of a business. Okay. Got it. All right, you guys, I'm gonna end on that note. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. I'm gonna try to film another one today before the kids get home. But if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell if you'd like to be notified every time that I post. And if you want to, follow me on all social media platforms at the Jessica Hickson. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Moving slow